To begin, let's clearly define what we mean by queen energy and pick-me vibes, because they represent two vastly different ways of showing up in the world. Queen energy is all about recognizing your own worth, being unapologetic about your value, and setting healthy boundaries. It's about standing firm in your power, knowing who you are, and not needing validation from others to feel good about yourself. On the flip side, pick-me vibes stem from insecurity and a deep need for external validation. When someone is operating from pick-me energy, they seek attention and approval, often at the expense of their authenticity. It's about changing who you are to please others and hoping that someone will pick you. Queen energy is grounded in confidence, respect, and independence, while pick-me vibes stem from a fear of rejection, low self-esteem, and a tendency to overcompromise. How pick-me vibes manifest in everyday life. Pick-me vibes don't always show up in obvious ways, but they're still highly impactful. Common way these vibes manifest in your life is overcompensating to gain approval. Do you go out of your way to gain attention from others, especially men? Whether it's dressing a certain way or changing your personality, if you're constantly trying to make people notice you, that's a sign of pick-me behavior. Constant people-pleasing, always agreeing to things you don't want to do or sacrificing your own needs to keep others happy. That's another sign of playing small. A queen doesn't compromise her peace just to fit in. Settling for less, whether it's in friendships, work situations, or relationships. Do you find yourself settling for less than what you deserve just to avoid being alone, or out of fear of losing someone? If so, that's pick-me behavior. Fear of rejection. If you constantly mold yourself to meet others' expectations and fear rejection at the core, it's time to reassess. Rejection is a natural part of life, but when it drives your every decision, you're not living authentically. Why women fall into the trap of pick-me vibes. There are many reasons why women fall into pick-me vibes, and most of them stem from fear of not being chosen. At the core of pick-me vibes is the fear of not being enough, or not being chosen. Whether it's wanting to be selected in a relationship, or in social situations, women may feel like they need to prove themselves in order to be chosen. Societal expectations and gender roles. Society often teaches women that their value lies in how they serve others, how they look, or how well they cater to people's needs. These messages can lead to women feeling like their worth is based on others' perceptions. Low self-esteem. If you don't truly believe in your worth, you're more likely to look for approval from others. This is often exacerbated by comparing yourself to others and feeling like you don't measure up. Past experiences. If you've been conditioned to seek approval in past relationships or friendships, it can become a habit. The desire to feel wanted or needed can be so strong that it becomes a default mode of behavior. Now, let's focus on what it means to embody queen energy and why it's so powerful. Queen energy comes from a place of self-respect, confidence, and independence. A woman with queen energy doesn't seek validation outside of herself. She is grounded in her own sense of worth. A queen recognizes that she is worthy of love, success, and respect simply because of who she is, not because of what she does for others. Queen energy is about knowing that you deserve the best, and you won't settle for less. When you embody queen energy, you set healthy boundaries and expect others to respect them. You prioritize your own needs without feeling guilty. You don't try to change who you are to fit into someone else's world. You don't need to seek approval. You validate yourself. Living in queen energy allows you to move through the world with confidence, knowing that you're in control of your life and your happiness. You might be wondering, how do I know if I'm living in queen energy? Sign that you're embodying that powerful mindset is you honor your boundaries. When someone crosses a boundary, you address it without hesitation. You don't feel guilty for putting yourself first. You embrace your authenticity. You don't change who you are to fit in. You're unapologetically yourself, even if that means standing out. You prioritize self-care. You take time for yourself, whether that's through rest, pursuing hobbies, or just taking a break. Your well-being is important, and you make sure to nurture it. You don't settle for less. Whether it's in relationships, work, or friendships, you expect to be treated with respect and dignity. You won't settle for anyone or anything that doesn't meet your standards. You celebrate your achievements. You recognize your own accomplishments, no matter how big or small. You're proud of what you've achieved and you don't wait for others to validate your success. Shifting from pick-me behavior to queen energy requires commitment and consistent effort. To help you make that transformation is know your worth. The first step is recognizing your inherent value. Take time to reflect on your strengths, your unique qualities, and your past achievements. Start affirming your worth every day. Learn to say no. One of the biggest signs of queen energy is the ability to say no without feeling guilty. Setting boundaries is crucial for self-respect. Practice saying no to things that don't serve you or align with your values. Stop seeking validation. Instead of looking for external approval, turn inward. Trust your instincts and make decisions based on your own desires, not what others think of you. Embrace your authenticity. Stop pretending to be someone you're not. Embrace the real you and let that shine in everything you do. When you show up as your true self, the right people and opportunities will find you. Set high standards. Raise the bar for what you expect in relationships, work, and friendships. Know that you deserve the best, and don't settle for anything less.